Wave and kills mind control. Still live into the factory. Pop flying back here, back.
They're still trying. Nothing yet. But it'll be tough. The cheese was used on the Razor already. He had to consume it.
Of Newbe, but they're so tanky with the GA up, they can't be killed.
There's no way.
Newbe squad, unkillable as they sweep through Liquid.
All 5 of them just standing there and slapping away at Miracle while he desperately tries to do what he can.
So game number 1, both teams undefeated until this point. Liquid dropped the first game of ESL on Genting and Newbe.
EG's turn.
People used to blame it on Puppy, but even after Puppy's left, Na'Vi has always
something like because EG has to reveal either their 5 or another core. You take your 5 here.
Waalaikumsalam. Apa cerita? Latar belakang. Apa? Iyalah, dari indikator pun bisa diambil.
Nggak bisa dipindahkan kemari.
Klik kanan. Kalian mau bawa tuh text wrap.
Nih. Mana?
Text wrapping bawah.
Foto.
Ya.
Tahu drop itu drop.
Kau besok ke kampus nggak?
Mana throw? Top atau throw?
Apa?
Iya itu.
Ya udah besok lah kita jumpa di sana. Ya. Oke. Nah. Jadi booking 3. Jujur di countdown mah bos.
Anjay. Pecah kali. Nomor macam apa?
You know, a lot of people,
But you're a Storm player.
yeah,
It's
but
our
and my,
tour.
and my chat's like laughing at me like, ha ha ha, you fool. And I felt embarrassed and I never went it again. Then I see him play against a Tinker
And he used the same build.
and he went the exact same build.
Our tour calls everybody.
Alright, we've got to wrap things up, boys. Very quickly.
Yeah, I think
EG?
it's too
Strong?
strong game. EG.
Too strong. Okay. We think it's too strong for EG. It's another great draft from the boys. And they have another Storm Spirit. Let's see how they get on in game number 2.
Indeed, Red Eye, this is maybe the last chance here for Harvey. We'll see if they can pull it together. But it looks to be a very scary draw from EG. And look,
Kopi rek bingung.
Gak apa. Ini iseng-iseng. Yang digratiskan juga.
Kopi rek penting banget ngapain? Ngapain? Abel,
Gak tahu kok.
ke sekolah rupanya tadi.
Sekolah dia. Pecah kali wah. Orang nonton kayak gini.
Tournament, and it's their control. The last pick was a Shadow Demon, so they pretty much have to execute flawlessly.
Cor. Cor.
Nggak bisa dipindahin.
Meningkatkan kualitasnya ini. Blur kali. Lihat buka yuk YouTube yuk. Pecah nggak? Tuh. Lo tag dulu streamnya. Pecah nggak?
Go elsewhere. Just
Misery was giving us trouble, it looks.
we do have some issues at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. We are just watching places.
You know what it is.
DC did. I imagine it's Misery.
Crit probably like unplugged his mouse. He's like hazing, you know. Get the new guy. Totally
Could
got him,
be.
guys. Oh, I put some tape under his sensor on the mouse. We can't get it to work.
EU to EU balance. And
He still looks perplexed at that.
garage. His eyes, they've seen. I'm sure he's just in. Brothers, for all we know, this could be.
They need some deep thought.
What is that?
Apple juice.
It looked like some sort of, you know, hard. So I guess we should be able to get back in.
Oh, there we go. High fives. All right, that's the key.
You gotta get. This gotta boost it up a bit. You can feel the take to potentially be the last game. They have to do something dramatic to swing this series around.
It's good that he's a morale coach, too. It's nice to have someone like that on your team. Tech guy's not
problems.
nearly as excited.
No, he's calling in senior tech guy. Tech guy on the floor.
This is the guy who comes in and just says, "Did you turn it off and on again?" I tried that. Misery's like, "I have tried that. Okay, I'm going to call somebody else."
Biting at the lips from Dendy.
Can I play AA this game?
It is. Oh, he looks upset. Give him a hug. Give that man a hug.
I wish I.
I hope he is playing the game. I mean, I'm sure some people listening, or if you're watching in client, they will see.
They know. They know who's like. We don't know
They're
anything.
like screaming at us. It is a mid AA, or it's not a mid AA. Of course it is.
You idiots! We're just too hopeful.
But this is, you know, lots of time for the teams to have a talk, and as you see, both sides are certainly utilising it off. Thoroughly talking through the game plan here. Ready to put.
Start pause strat. Often used in the online region, specifically in North American Dota. Some would say a long-held tradition of the region. Boo.
It is a Dendy Timber Source and they go AA.
But it is a general Shadow Demon.
It is.
So that's pretty hype.
Yeah,
We like that.
something a little
That's
different
fun.
in that sense. And of course, RTZ will be playing the Storm Spirit, Fear Lycan, Samel, Misery Tusk, Crit, Ruby. I think there's in the past, Crit used to have some quite flashy plays. Flashy. We sort of get the chance to see a few games now and then of it from him. Not too often, but nice to see him on this game. Navi, can they do it here? It's. I mean, it's an exciting one because if they do it, it's going to be incredibly impressive. Because EG's lineup, just looking draft, it just says you ain't got much of a chance.
I had the pleasure of watching the earlier on Unite and Storm game, and EG made it look damn good. Now if I look at the control in this game, we have basically like disruption into Burrow Strike, hope at some.
They have to get the execution down to perfect. And,
and you're dealing with a repel.
Yes.
So, and then at least they were able to itemize a little bit. Like earlier when we had some problems with control with one of the EG games, they were able to itemize into like sights and stuff for the Weaver of Raven, which is how they came back.
Udah yuk. Sama kali gitu ya siap yuk.
If Dendy does become this unkiller beast on Timbers, if he gets a good start, if he can get these sort of key items early on, there isn't really sort of massive amounts of nuke damage on the side of EG, and yeah, Dendy playing this nicely here, the lane aggressively.
This looks great though. This is the matchup they wanted, right? This is why you picked Timber.
Sure.
You're like, okay, we're gonna get the early matchup, and yeah, it's not really safe to call things off lane Shadow Demon anymore. That's where the hero was most often.
Dislike udah. Berapa sini? Gak tahu, gak nampak. Oh, mana udah sini aja. Terus. Udah mesti diangkat ya. Gak ada sebetulnya viewernya. Persen.
To apply that pressure. The question is, will they be able to actually do anything with that pressure this game? Much like last game where they kind of felt like they were a little bit ahead, it was spent on a Battle Fury and a lack of forward prog led into the ratting.
The shots here from Misery. Backs now. Himself to get a progress on Snake. Snake to get himself back. Trees will survive. Some mountain.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And very much into the faces of Crystallize and Soneko.
I like how they didn't dive either. It's just not really worth it, honestly. Just make sure they get this wave, keep it pulled back, get into a nice spot for themselves. Zoom out. Speaking of rolling, we don't have our Tusk in the mid lane. So used to it. And we got Crit instead playing the Rubik.
Like that. Little disruption onto RT. Can't follow it straight away after General does get on by Crit. Stacking up poison as well.
Yep.
Which it's pretty strong in this land. These two heroes, they RTZ on the Storm, not great. These stacks as General throws them out. They do add up.
Left for General to set up though.
Sure. Yeah, if he gets gone on, he could be in trouble. There's a backup. Roger's coming in for the sidelines with the Burrow Strike. Will continue to stack the poison up. Is it going to be up? He does have 3 stacks upon him. Crits there. Got the bottle charges. RTZ will be fine. Forces Roger and General away.
A lot of pressure on Misery this game. You know, you gotta live up to this Crit Tusk. Not an easy thing, but he's looking fantastic. Absolutely. Plus, he's not gonna be getting as much gold as Crit. On
top lane.
Can I get a first blood?
Gee, they're looking for it.
Body blocks!
Yeah, Crystallize will make sure that Soneko can get away to do for now.
Good lad.
Turn around, throw down one of his spells. That might cost him. He's gonna look for the denies to the neutrals, and he'll certainly get it.
Perfect.
Heals himself. Creeps.
Even with the extended death timer, you're always going to be worth it to do that.
Especially because it's still the first blood. Because, you know, 4 minutes in, no one's died yet. It's going to be worth a lot. So bottom lane, CS, Dendy, 92, 18, couple 1, pretty much all these two. Yeah. Very much farm. I mean, sure, Kimbersaw, great harassment against any sort of melee core, but Lycan, you got a ridiculous amount of regen. So you more than sustain sort of burst, especially with, you know, sort of the way the Whirling Death works, moving your base attribute. It's going to mean that you're going to regen up to fuller health even quicker.
He's a bit of level.
I'm not like your boyfriend. Plan. I like. Itu kan ayam yang dah 24 jam nih. Iya kan? Siaran ulang. Sorry. Iya, siaran ulang aja. Sorry. Mati kan? Mati. Tanuh. Gas terus. What the? Wait, Tuts. Katanya aja sini, kalau memang ada apa-apa saya kalau ikan aja. Ini muncul ke sini. Dai. Maksudnya dia makin berat kalau ini.
Smell will opt to repel, try and run himself away. Scrapper coming in for Soneko. Misery cuts off Soneko very nice with the ice shard, but they will still get the first blood. Na'Vi. The Snake is able to reach across the tree line, creep down the cold, and they get the neutral deny. I mean, Na'Vi. First blood and making sure that EG get nothing in return there.
Excellent damage to Nick. General's pro debut on Shouty. 47 unique heroes in his career and 7 unique heroes in his 7 games here at ESL 1 against.
I mean, I'm just interested to see what he builds and how much of an impact this core Shadow Demon can have. So far in the mid lane, 22 CS, he's farming alright. Bottom top lane, Samel, Misery holding in onto Crystallized, TP in for Soneko. will manage to force back Misery. So now we can dive even more. But what is the idea between the testing?
Yeah,
what's it gonna do? Is it cool?
He's gonna get DD on. I would want to make it happen if I could. The action set it up top.
Ooh, nice level just in time to stop the cold feet from proccing, but it may not be nice enough as well. Roger's looking to chase him down. Purification there for Sumail. Will keep him alive, Roger. And good chase down. Sumail. 3 heroes to deal with. So Roger himself waiting time. Back to farming.
I guess maybe they're overvaluing the Purge, in my opinion, up against the Omni Knight. Can't take off the Repel anymore. Can only take off the Guardian's Angel. And they don't even have that much physical damage. Obviously, once you're really farmed and you count, Pumper Dash with Black Cannon's good for that, so at least they can down with that. But other than that, it's just your typical Shadow Demon, lots of magic, damage burst. It's a very unique hero. It's not something we see all too often, so not fully fleshed out, I would say, in terms of the ups and downs, as it were.
Oh, interesting to see if sort of maybe the itemization smell chain doesn't necessarily go for Radiance on the Omni this game because there is the illusion potential that this core entity is going to be able to utilize.
It has been changed so that you can actually turn it off during disruption. Unless that's patched, you can actually shut it off, which is kind of dumb. It sucks for Shadow Demon. Then he doesn't get the Radiance.
All right, yeah, if that works, then no return.
Still be okay.
Goes to live. Sitting AFK, here's Arteezy, dips in him, and that'll be an easy kill for EG. Not expecting that rotation at all as it seemed from Arteezy. General has come up, they do have 3 members now, but they really need something to catch, and that does require Roger General to be on the front line, so Arteezy will be fine.
And you can see that with all that attention top, that Catapult has taken down the full pump tower, and Dendy's kept it here.
This is, what, 8 minutes in?
Yeah.
And the Timbersaw is heavily pressuring a tier 2. What the heck happened down here? How does this
this is when Timber has looked his best lately. It's moments like this where there's no one who can really deal with him early, and they do have that problem.
Mid lane. Finn, the ultimate dives in onto General. General, no way can survive between these 2 core heroes coming in on Nuclear and Arteezy take the kill. Also get the tier 1 tower as well. I mean, this is the thing, sure, he disrupts from 2, but the other one's just going to come running it. You do very, very high mobility cores. It makes a poor Shadow Demon just suffer massively whenever he's out on his own in any lane.
Slides again, just starting to catch back up to 27-21. He is 1,000 gold behind the Lycan. Not looking to 1k lead his hand. Gyro, I picked it into the Lycan too, which was a bit surprising. It sounds good, I would say, because, you can help deal with the sump. They have Flat Cannon, so it looks kind of good in that sense, but they have the save of the Shadow Demon. Could be another good reason why they were thinking that it was very good this game as well, because they want to be able to make sure he doesn't just wholly destroyed by the Lycan running at his face. There's a chance that the disruption will come out, Lycan's now pulled into the fold, and then you'll get this Burrow Strike in, you'll get this AA Blast. That all has to be pretty tactically Na'Vi though, compared to the tactic of Lycan just literally running at your face and clawing at you. So, I still don't think this is going to be a very easy game for Crystallize, but he's on that dire side. We can start to look at that dire side triangle, perhaps get some stacks there, but he's in trouble.
He is indeed. There'll be defensive disruption in general, trying to buy him some time. But Sumail and Misery crits around him. They've got the snowball in. Crystallize falling low, will get taken down. EG find the kill. Roger moving in with the Burrows Trap, but there's 4 heroes here. Arteezy zips forward. Burrows Trap from Roger holds back the Storm Spirit. EG thinking about trying to chase this escape down by closing gap. Shards are going to be off the mark. Not quite reach around Roger. Roger will survive. Again, this is Crystallize going down. EG making some rotations and getting kills as well under the belt of the Storm Spirit. Who, Arteezy, he's pretty much got the Kaya complete on top of the treads. So this very sort of power spike he has early on. He is out of Dendy coming in with the rotation, but not looking to chase. A little too wary of what could potentially waiting on the high ground of EG there.
Looks like another great game for the Fang Splits build, I would say. Going to Kaya. Absolutely. Like you're up against the Shadow Demon. If he just zips on him, silences him, destroys him. Zips on the Timbersaw, gonna help his team too. Sand King, plenty of good targets in this match. And that gank too that they tried on Crystallize, where it's like if you try and save him with the Shadow Demon, well guess what? Tough. Another great thing he counters because he uses that time when they're disrupted to try and create some space and then start casting some spells on them, like followed with an ulti or something like that. And then what happened? They just snowball, they dodge into his ultimate, and they chase you down from where you're trying to create this gap. So overall, the Tusk just counters this whole Shadow Demon save anyway.
Aggressive Arteezy's looking to play. I mean, he's got the backup to do so. Crit with the system straight away onto Dendy, and Dendy's gone. 30 seconds, no timber.
Crit at the ulti too.
And he's looking for more. Yes, he's moving in bottom lane. Fear's going to be diving in onto Crystallize. There's a homing that's up to hold back the Wolf. Will buy some time for Crystallize to run himself away. Top lane, Na'Vi looking for the turnaround. Will go into the Rubik. Bottom, Jara goes down. Gia comes out just in time for Samael. Keeps Crit alive, and now EG can chase down for kills themselves up top. They'll move in onto General. Zip it forward with Arteezy, taking down a third hero across the map. Misery's not done yet. They have the shards onto Roger. The rest of EG moving back over. Samael and Arteezy maybe hoping to look for the SK as well. Arteezy's low on mana, but they have the Purification, AoE damage, pop down a Remnant, burst down another. 4 heroes going down in quick succession on Na'Vi as EG leads 7-1, 4K lead, and another tower will be in the bank for them very soon as well.
My hair post-game camera here.
It's getting pretty brutal.
That looked like the end of game 2 when they were just kind of chain feed. Honestly, trying desperately to like throw these waves away, like no, back from these buildings, please leave our base. This time it's just a tier 1, but it's already looking like a serious problem here for the side of Na'Vi. We haven't had the AA combo at all. There's nothing. I mean, it's not an easy combo. Hey, this needs like a Blink Dagger or something, a Shadow Demon, or a super dive from EG.
And the heroes are trying to hit it against as well. Yeah. So many ways to work around.
Right. It's a Lycan and a Storm Spirit.
Around, running around. How do you do it if you're Na'Vi? Maybe you just hold out and you try and get to that Divine Rapier Jara. That is quite a few pipe dreams away. This game starting to look grim quite early for Na'Vi with the lead that EG's got. It's like I mean, I think, you know, for the teams here at the LAN are watching this, they will
they try to like sometimes
maybe learn the lesson. They're trying to fight here, but it's EG that enough to turn it. They snowball in EG. Arteezy takes down that's a core. General FD going down straight away. EG ready to chase down for more. They push Na'Vi back. Roger burst striking the units, trying to hold them out here. Arteezy with a massive zip comes across. Roger doesn't have the control though, so Roger will be able to keep his distance. Dendy looking to turn with the Chakram onto Misery. Moving back in Na'Vi. Actually fight this though, Grip with the stolen burst strike off the back of the telekinesis. Blows up that Roger Sang that came poking his nose around. 9-1 lead for EG. It's not slowing down anytime soon as it seems.
Honestly, I would wager this is a situation where the matchup just hasn't occurred that often that you don't realize how brutal it is. Because this Tusk is actually, their only way back in this game is some sort of gank fight. And before they have a Blink Dagger on this Shadow, or this Sand King, it's going to be like smokes with Shadow Demon initiating with Disruption. Plays like that. Tusk 100% counters. It's brutal. They come out with the Disruption, all these spells are laid down, and he just snowballs everyone. And you try and run, and they just chase you down. And they have all this mobility. It looks horrifying, frankly. That's a horrifying angle right there at the top of that chart, I'd say.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Peter.
EG, there's a reason why we saw a few smiles on the faces of them coming into this game, and maybe even after the back of the last one. Is very confident in this matchup against Na'Vi. But also, as we saw, Na'Vi looked a little wary coming into this game after the draft. You could certainly see that they themselves were not too confident with the hand that they ended up dealing their own side.
So picked forward, nothing that deals with propel.
Yeah, he's in no threat. Absolutely go over the map, back, down, bottom, over Na'Vi's half of the map. EG and Fade get another kill for Arteezy. Samael getting gone on. He's got Purification back in a few seconds with that sort of speed with the phase of drums. No war being caught out by a cold feet drop.
So they'd be a bit careful. His repels will pull down a while. And they do have Visionary with Shout. Rests onto him as there's a bigger concern. Bottom Ice Blast will hit down there. Follow up.
Another tower for Evil Geniuses. 15 minutes in to take these tier 2s like nobody's business. Pushing power appears like. And Rogers comes in. We'll hold the push off for now.
In this room?
Misery, though, gets a beautiful grab onto Crystallize, traps him, sets him up for Arteezy to zip across straight away and get the kill. Now, coming in, they are looking to try and take some sort of a fight in return. General knows Arteezy's low, and he quite close to get the disruption. Doesn't look like he can. Maybe Roger can get in for a bow strike. No, too many members of EG around. Roger can't commit with a stun. DD as well, waiting for Arteezy. So Na'Vi keeping across, unable to do anything about this gyrocopter going down once again, and just cannot bite back into EG's lineup. They just don't have the catch or setup from range. They have to get in close with a disruption or a burrow strike.
It looks like one of those games where talk about how like the drafting formula tends to work, and how it's often explained is that you like do your supports first, and then it goes core, and then you pick a core to counter that core, and a core versus that core, and everything. And then in the end, there shouldn't technically be like two cores that counter you in most situations, right? Because they can only see that core and then have so many different things, blah blah blah. Or at least you can counter that core back or something. But what happened here is that they essentially pick this gyro into this Lycan, and he just runs at your face, and then you pick a Storm Spirit after too, because you picked your core into a core that counters your core, and then they just pick another one who not only has a free game because there's no one to stun him, but if he just gets on top of this gyrocopter, what are they gonna do? Absolutely nothing.
Is under attack.
But then he got that tower.
He got
another 9 minutes.
He got that,
but he got it.
And he does have his Bloodstone. Because just a general nearly having the Midas, but this is a very, very poor mid SD. About the same net worth as Crit's Ruby. Crit, yeah, infinitely better time on that support role.
This is some RTP mine. So that is mine.
Great,
just as desperate.
General, maybe they can stall the game and do something, but it's be so hard with the way that EG pressure on, and with a completed Orchid Arteezy on top of the Kaya. This Storm, very scary at stage of the game, as there is very few items or ways that Na'Vi can play around. Sure, maybe a defensive disruption, as long as the SD General himself isn't the one being gone on by Arteezy, but it doesn't look great.
It feels like there's no other item that would change anything. It's like, if he buys a blink, does it matter? We've seen the disruptions largely not impactful. He might as well just try and get somewhere. He has the added bonus of having the XP talent, so it's going to amplify that Midas by a bit more. Try and get him into those big towns later on that pump out insane amounts of magic damage. That'll give them sort of a chance. That's their hope, at least. And they have to blink dagger on Roger, so very important smoke here for them. Has to be a core pickoff. Can they find something?
That will be good. I am very surprised if we see Arteezy die even the once this game with the way that it's going. 0 deaths on it. Storm, of course. That's only the one kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
KDAs of the whole of EG look pretty.
Who's their feeder?
Yeah, who was the one that died again? I can't.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
I was Simba.
Oh, that's right, the first blood.
Oh,
that was the very first kill.
Somehow, step it up.
It's like a handicap. And it gave it
give
start.
him a little bit of chance.
Right, and then it's like, then we'll take 11 straight. How's that sound?
Percent deaths this game.
Radiant's
Will be
top
brought
tower.
up in the
Pizza party
post-team
soon.
meeting, yeah.
Oh my god, we just had pizza. Oh shit.
Where's Bob gone? Why are you here, Trent? Giannis? Got bottom lane. Roger getting moved in apart. When with the snowball, Roger burst up the tower. Fade bolt. And tier 2 tower for E. 14k gold lead. Na'Vi with the back against the wall. They need something incredible. I don't know if they're going to get it. Arteezy ready to just dive into the base with the Orchid straight onto General. General's down. They look towards Dendi. Crystallize comes in with the cooldown, but Na'Vi, they had 3 here at the moment. Misery rolling forward. Arteezy coming across, takes down a bomb. It's GG. It's all over in an absolute stomp. 15 to 1, 20 minutes in. 16k lead for EG. They knew it from the draft. If you go back and watch those screens of Na'Vi, they're probably going to be very similar to the screens we're going to see after the game. You could tell this was a team, they drafted themselves into a corner. They knew they didn't have a chance. Look at the smiles on EG. They knew that this was one before the game had even started.
I see a lot of water bottles on the desk. Alright, and I think, you know, like Space Jam, I think Bulba's doing that right now. You know, he's in there, he's getting them the special.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Middle lane.
Yeah, still really strong. No way that they could really kill him when his team is behind him, protecting him, making sure nothing goes wrong. That was a lot of rotations towards mid for both teams, but I think Radiant are coming out on top with the way that worked out.
And now it is next time. Miracle, Trent, Lightstone
doing the same thing here, trying to hit the golems when he's doing the pullback. As long as they, whoever is closest to you, it's obviously Knight, but you can see the majority of his right clicks are going towards the golems. They have less armor. Gonna be a pretty clean instant farm.
Yummy. What did that push him up to? One of the Mithril Hammers, that Desolator over half done. When that stack is all completed, Boogie, how are we looking for him? Arm is nearly complete, just the gloves of haste missing. Kaka, Invis, Vendetta up at top, Mind Control dies down at bottom, but Newbe setting up for a go here onto G8. Kaka,
it should be able to bring him down.
Man stun, no,
misses the stun.
G8 is going to duke away, he's speedy, he's a man on a horse, but the Infest has long enough range to catch the final bit of damage now as Faith dies mid lane, defending tier 1. TP from the TA. It looks a bit weird without the side blades there, but we'll move forward and stun onto Kaka. Miracle focuses on a hit onto KP, but it's time to run a little bit here, I think. It's Matuma Man overstepping his bounds. Kaka, carapace up with a man. Now, take down Matuma Man.
They're so tanky.
Mugi gets just out of range. The burst strike lands, and look at him go. A nice purification from KP will keep him up and running for a little bit longer, but Miracle just relentless, unstoppable damage coming through.
He is unstoppable and relentless, but he can't quite bring them down. They have a little bit too high armor, and he doesn't have the Desolator yet. So fighting here, I think maybe he should just have kept farming the stacks, but now they're going to try and take a tower or get something more out of this. But it's looking pretty hard to pressure the Dire here. They're pretty strong under going behind, going on Sanking.
Caught MC, but he's got a Burrow Strike out Sandstorm to get a bit of distance there. And
yeah, unfortunately, he used his Carapace very early. If he waited maybe a little bit and then ran on top of him with the Spike Carapace, we could prevent.
Denies out tower from Storm, and SC goes for the Zip TP. Feeling a little bit unsafe down the bottom lane. Kuro will tear her up and try a bit of farm here on the Dragon Knight. Treads, Soul Ring, moving his drums. He's lacking a little bit, almost like Matthew, but
he definitely is. He didn't have the easiest laning stage, but he's recovering, I suppose, running back to the lane and just farms away.
Miracle focusing on finishing that Desolate, of course.
Oh, he's not going to be recovering so easily. He does not have TP ready, and here comes the gank. First they send out the Lifestealer. Meanwhile,
Kaka's like, I'm staying invis until the last second.
Yeah, he still lasted as well. Thanks for that.
Mid lane, it dies to the rest of them.
Dibbling Sanking. He used the ulti actually to commit that kill.
SC zips forward, aggressively looking for a play to make here on Kuro. He ready with a purification bomb if required, but Miracle arriving means that they have to kind of...
He may have been able to get that kill, but it would be so risky for Storm to go in.
He'd burn like all his mana for an A, right?
Exactly, would use every single point of mana just to go in, and then maybe TA would be able to kill him. Scary situation. TA is now 100 gold away from the entire Destructor.
Bottle has full staff and 1,000 gold.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the big stories as well. Look at him farming. Efficiency going on here. Killing the wave. Lane insane. King coming in.
One controls like, nah, mate.
PH knew what he was doing as well.
Lane, hello,
really wrapping around.
Coming in, Costal TP, Circle hiding in the trees, the Fiend trip in onto Matu. A Storm zips back and forth, trying to get out of danger, but Matuma Man is still alive. Can't get in here.
GH saving, counter initiation.
falls in. The GA, that will be really nice for the disengage of Newbe. Ice Blast the river and will land onto a couple of Newbe heroes. MC has a blink stun. Looking target, he jumps in. The vision they've got on the Omni Knight is looking good. No repel for 18 seconds, and with Matu's stun, this should secure a kill here onto the...
Still want to fight? Still everyone go in?
Cancelled.
They're backing out.
Kaka's thinking about going onto Miracle. Refraction ends. A strike onto Faith. Now Storm zipping forward. A nice mana burn onto the Sand King. Secures that kill. But you have stepped here to sleep onto this little old Templar Assassin. But Kaka does the big Illuminator GH. Showing off the strength that he's got as the Deso damage onto the Centaur.
Run, Centaur Conqueror. You're a Conqueror.
Well, pretty even, honestly, but ends up being a net worth win there for Newbe.
It was a good fight for Liquid in the beginning, but then they got out of position with Mind Control along with the AA as well. Two of them just a little bit deep when they tried to ward up. AA got the ward down, but I wonder if they didn't realize that that's what he was doing.
Stays alive through it all though, right?
He did.
102, 110 CS.
The big story. Strong he's getting, and Coddle also surviving.
Gone on by MC and GH, but they are unable to kill and still on about 300 HP after the Epicenter and stun.
I only recently started really thinking about the implications after you do that. Like, what happens after that failed gank? It's still forcing the Storm to run all the way back to base. If you're paying attention to him right now, it's going to take a long time before he gets there. And he has to bottle up and start healing. And then, well, he could TP out to 11, but then he doesn't have TP ready, so he's probably going to have to pull lightning, bottle a little bit, and run a little bit. And then he gets to lane. It takes a very long time. So he uses the TP. Now he's not going to be ready to pull if there's something happening bottom top. Even a failed kill attempt can still be quite successful, is what I'm trying to say.
Some kind of reaction from your opponent, or just removing efficiency. Play. Okay. I think Matu knows something's happening, that they're thinking and like, hey, there's a guy here, but Kuro's the one that gets found out.
He didn't get the memo. He died.
Storm Spirit.
Oh no,
Louise. That is super dangerous.
We've got to watch out for those prowlers. They will take any chance they get.
Oh, enemy hero? Yes. Don't mind if I do. I'll root you up.
Root you up.
Moogie going in here. The Burst Strike of KP in the back end. The TA, no refraction. Now it comes up. Low HP, but Murph gets out. H can turn this one around with a grip onto Matu, not killing him off, but finally the damage will arrive. Moogie and Kaka secure it. A big Illuminate across 3 or 4. Chunk of damage onto the Newbie squad.
Still no mana leak though, unfortunately. Not that strong at chasing right here.
Great stun.
Double stun. The ability is going to connect onto a Sand King and will burst him down.
Moogie thinking about going on MC. No reveal again means that Newbie cannot.
They've been a little bit sloppy about that, not carrying enough protection on anyone. Right now they don't have a single dust on any of their heroes, and I think they need to start being ready for Mind Control doing that. So often he gets away with just blinking in, stunning in it. Oh, I'm fine because Sandstorm.
But how close was that attempt on Miracle? Like, drop him to like 150 HP?
Extremely close for sure.
And it's like one refraction, snap, snap, I'm back in fighting form.
Yeah, exactly. He's back and he's farming. He's got his Blink Dagger after this one camp. Of course, we're spending a lot of time talking about it. It's not even about my personal preference about TA. This is just the most important for her right now. She's going to scale and become a monster. The Blink tanking along with the Blink on TA, that is the kill potential that's able to bring down anyone outside of Newbe.
With Aghanims is 1,400 gold away. He just continues farming like a man. And this
now
is
with
them
Mana
so
Leak.
much. Now with Mana Leak, yeah, you're right.
Get yours now.
So that's going to give them heals onto the Dragon Knight, onto the TA when they're pushing forward. Will stop situations like we just saw. Going to give you the global presence, the vision for the Sand King to catch people as well is going to be huge.
The level 50 talent for Coddle is one of the best as well, I think, in the game. 350 cast range. When he has so many active things, you tend to buy active items as well, like the Force Staff he already has.
Hex later on.
Yeah, Hex. Any single item later on. I've even seen the Meme Hammer on Coddle just because of the long cast range, and it can honestly work wonders.
We've seen a bunch of like Ether Lens Coddle into like Meteor Hammer, then a Scythe of Vice.
You can push from so far away with that.
Miracle, melded, waiting.
Yeah, it's the two heroes that we mentioned. They want to sit and try to create a kill. I think they might be more successful after he shows himself here on Miracle. Someone will come up here. And even Storm could die with AA ulti coming in, or with Sand King ulti. Okay,
Do I have vision of this? I don't think
No,
Liquid-
they didn't see me yet. They saw him just now.
Now Bane will spot and walk away.
Always a matter of who spots who. If he takes one step too close there, tanking will just pounce in and he will be dead. Meanwhile, AA getting a little bit of level and mid, getting some love. Gonna go with a 60 GPM talent. One of the worst talents in the game, but still, it's
money.
It's giving you something. At the point that Kuroki is at, 60 GPM seems pretty good.
Almost a ward a minute.
Almost a word a minute. That's the way you have to see it.
Yeah. I can't remember who taught me that, but it's like, that's the way you look at support GPM talents.
Well,
like, it's a voice. Oh, nice smoke pop, Kaka.
Smoke breaking.
No reveal?
Not have any form of reveal. Well, the worst GPM talent ever was the level 15 silencer one. 60.
Oh, it's still 60.
On 15. That was such a bad time. Man, Kaka is keeping track of them here. Throwing them to his team, but he can't quite get the point of initiation here. They're trying with the infest bomb. Obviously, they have Bloodstone on Storm now, so he wants to get some charges going.
Now, one sentry mid for Liquid. Kaka's very, very nicely dancing around it.
He is. He's doing a great job. Even soaking up some of the experience over here.
Newbie definitely want to get in. They want to go fight. They've smoked themselves up. Kaka Vendetta has ended, so he's going to walk back. But the rest of the team undecisive about what they're doing. Now they've drawn the line towards Roshan. They've not seen Liquid in a few seconds. Maybe a little bit worried about what's heading their way as a sentry gets placed down, immediately taken out. Miracle has small control in. Now there's the forward. SC repels up. He's going to zip back again to the other side. Focusing down onto the TA with a big stun coming through. Mind control's going to get taken out here, surely. No! Turn around! 3-man burrow, but 2-man kills off SC. And KP's fallen as well. Newbe, what's happened to just one play from mind control has turned everything on its head.
That, along with the damage from Illuminate, they're now trying to kill Kuro. Gonna get him quite quickly here. But Matumba Man is scary. Infest running away inside the Nyx.
Faith nearly dead. Mind control's having another little fight here. Etsy back in battle, looking for the T8 console. One more hit is all he needs. He'll zap forward and get the final touch as Matumba Man, full HP, full mana, with mind control ready to blink stun. But think about going in onto SC again.
Would be massive to kill him twice in the same fight to get that Bloodstone charges away. But they killed him once at least. Came back. Some retribution. But that was a very closely matched fight. Good teams by the Bane, who managed to stand in the outskirts and still reach the TA. Very clumped up fight, though, which is hard against AA, Auto, and Sanking. The three of them had massive impact.
Dragon
Dragon Knight did quite a bit of work there.
Hey, like Nyx had a really sick 2-man Impale, and then Mind Control's in with a 3-man Epicenter, 2-man Burrow Strike, and then another 3 or 4-man Burrow Strike to top it all off. Everyone's performing very well, executing nicely around this mid lane, but you can feel how tense it is potentially for Newbe here. They're the ones that definitely want to kind of get the job done and go and steal Roshan away from Liquid because they're Aegis. But feels like Liquid's kind of hope and savior this game to really push forward and get the win.
It really is. All eyes are on the Roche pit. Being able to take the Roshan sneakily is what Liquid are hoping for. But like what they were doing here with Storm, just going down bottom, pushing a little bit. Now they see down bottom by Dragon Knight. Instantly, they go for a smoke themselves again. Infest is going. Anyone who is alone right now will quickly be bursted down. Forward, they see the TA farm. Likely their target.
They are not going in blind. They go to the AA. Kuroki is blown up.
That is a good target.
Miracle blew out.
Takes away a lot of the risk. Get the AA killed first. You can still always heal up with magic ones and not but as easily.
But Newbe can't seem to do anything from them.
No, and they're now going for the Roshan. Look at this sneaky recall here. They're trying to be spotted out by the board. Barely seeing them. They're not going to be able to take it in time. Everyone is moving over.
Roshan loses 2,000 HP, and Liquid give up for now as the carapace up from a trap.
Yeah, that was a trap? It was a trap, so the way it works is TA is the one dealing the damage. Unlike Techie's Mines, it works. Naka moving in a little bit.
Traps.
Traps everywhere.
Roshan's still being attempted here by Liquid. Miracle in the pit, 3 outside. Kaka moves in again. Carapace up onto another trap, so Miracle does get on a touch.
Really
but
awkward Roche attempt here.
this is
Such a standoff, and of course the infest bomb is ready to be let go any moment if they can go in. Storms could swing off to the west a little bit if he goes from that could be an easier point of initiation. But in the end, they're gonna back out. So yeah, the way it works is different from the way Heat Mines work.
Serpent Wards and Plague Wards.
Exactly, they're all their own units, whereas the TA traps somehow
symbiotic relationship.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go, walking up high ground.
One, but the repel instantly turns to the stun, and SC's in with the Infest Bomb. The Guardian Angel's out from KP, and Newbe, they only lose their Bane until Mind Control arrives for the sick Epidemic. Taka, Carapace is back, but he's Meld struck and side-bladed down by Miracle's Death OTA, and they're chasing KP. They're escaping.
He gets brought down as well. Liquid really showing the strength of their core heroes right now. They're dealing so much damage. And by core heroes, I'm talking about 4 of them, because that model is doing a lot of work. They focused him entirely, and yes, you did bring him down in the end, but that worked.
Heroes down from Newbe. No infest. Oh, they've got an infest bomb right now, actually. Just come off cooldown, but they're going to get scouted by Ren. Oh, Zipper hit Moogie and SC. Out they come. Oh, but the Outlash comes through. The Aegis saves by SC. He's taken it away from them. Liquid, what do you do against this? The Aegis is popped, so SC returns with full mana. In onto Kuroki, down goes the Ancient Apparition, and Newbe with that one buyback. Absolutely beautiful stuff.
He's in. Is he going to live here?
He storms zipping forward. Look at
the vortex, but he can't quite get the reach. Just barely gonna get away. Hasted on TA, but no mana really to speak of, so just be a little bit careful as well. Trapping them as they run away here. Just doing some good damage to them with the trap. KP gets out. Clutch split. Then another trap though.
Mana leak onto Moogie. This is obnoxious as fuck, honestly. Just spills everywhere, but they've got Repel and Rage and they will walk it off.
They managed to get out in the end, and they retained the gem. Still have that. Liquid did not lose that. That was a clutch Aegis steal though. The Storm was so close to going down to just the AA burst. Beautiful quick stun by Sanking. As soon as Storm was in there, he's like, yep, you're stunned. So quick.
Liquid still on the front foot. They know there's no Aegis here. Potentially no play for Newbe to make without a Guardian Angel.
I like how Matuma Man practically has no item. He's just a drum spreads Dragon Knight at minute 27 pretty much. But that doesn't really matter. He's tanky, he carries his stun, and the damage is coming out from his team anyway. He's just being obnoxious there on the front line. We're going to take this tower without creeps.
Like a wannabe racing, isn't he? He's just like, pretty much. Cast spells on me, let the rest of my team survive, please.
Pretty much.
Damage to DK.
I think this Ghost Scepter is going to be massive for GH. The survivability he will get from it is going to be really big. Caudle won't be able to die to Lifestealer or anymore when he has this.
Kuroki's got one as well himself.
I think it's a great read on this game, getting in on both your supports. Who are they going to target? They're only going to Caudle and AA in every single fight. Of course, they try to kill PA every now and then, but it's going to get harder.
Of course, you're going to have to buy up a Nullifier or something like that. Newbie squad if you want to try and deal with these Ghost Scepters. Oh, so ward on ward.
A little bit awkward double ward by Dire and then a ward to it as well. So kind of wasted, but they want to just see the high ground, see if they can jump in and get a pick.
Liquid are like, nah, mate.
Nah, mates. We'll come back to deal that later.
We push. We push. No.
Exactly. There's no stress on Liquid to force the issue. They can also just TP away and push with Dragon Knight without having to worry, since they have a recall if anything happens. They need to get him back here. Meanwhile, Newbe are going to be pretty happy getting another tower.
Do that. Good. You get the push out and pop. Pings back onto the tier 3 mid. I'm not sure if that was from Newbe saying, hey, Liquid are known for their kind of ballsy high ground shoves. You have to be a little bit worried about being back one by one to defend. Hardcore as that. Just come in, board up the jungle a touch. Some nice vision down deep in the Newbe side of the map.
Teams for whatever they can get right now as Liquid want to slow the game down. Get a little bit more farm if they get to work it on PA. He's going to be very happy about that since Lincoln is not yet up.
Super important as well with these wards to try and spot out like smoked infests lifestealer into the storm. Kind of get an inkling, a bit of knowledge about what we are planning in the next 30 seconds to a minute or so, and they're trying to de-ward, but there's nothing up here. A little bit further across to this side. Also, the Ob Sentry combos, right, looking for the Nyx assassin. Only one of them up there, but they'll start to place down, you know, a ton of sentries on these entry points.
Well, they have that, and then they have the gem on Caudle, so
yeah,
it's
right.
quite dangerous for Caudle or for the Nyx to run in, since the Caudle might always see him. It is nighttime though, good time for Dire to fight.
Slow until the day comes around again.
Has a pretty big impact since the vision. Oh, they could lead with a Carapace. I don't know if they're gonna be able to reach. Like, I got stunned, guys.
You got me.
Yep.
You've got your ghost on Caudle, but Apparition.
Hard. I don't know how they're gonna burst anyone apart from Miracle. He's the only one who looks like a viable target here for Dire to go on. Depends, of course, on the initiation.
Are you afraid at all about Miracle's build going very kind of damage-based? He's got defensive item in the Hurricane Pike.
Not quite. Both builds have some merit to them. One big thing that people seem to ignore when looking at builds like this, because obviously an amazing amount of PA. A lot of people are like, why no BKB? Oh, bad, you should have bought BKB. Well, he's gonna have a late 10-second later on in the fight, and that has a massive impact. They're now grouping up, moving around here. Could get a really nice initiation, perhaps. They have a read.
And stun into Ice Blast. It catches 3. The GA from KP. He was trying to save his buddies, but now SEC with the infest back. The catch 1, looking for the GA's Caudle. Get him as well. This is a fight between the two of them. But KP, the purification gives him a life barely through the Miracle. That forward mind controls epicenter in on top of Newbe, and the deny from the storm means the Newbe wiped off the face of the map. One by one, they'll dive in now, but Moogie strong enough to get to the high ground and away from Miracle, but Liquid. That ward, perfect for that smoke movement in.
Such a big thing that they didn't find the D-ward from that Observer and Sentry, so they saw Nyx as well. Beautiful double stun coming in to lead the way with Sanking. AA ulti landed perfectly, and of course, both the DK and the TA, oh, they're not unhappy to be going on some stun targets and killing them. It's easy for them. Regen rune again here for SEC. He does get some nice runes, but he did lose Bloodstone charges in that fight, and that hurts you.
Second time now he's down to 10.
It's not horrible though. 10 is still manageable. Your mana is still definitely decent. I think once it goes down to 6 or you really struggle to even farm effectively. His mana regen is going to be okay for now. This is starting to get a little bit worrisome. You're a fan of Newbe. It's not a good spot to be in. Another smoke being purchased by AA here, so force Liquid to go for a group up perhaps.
When's the next roast?
They're recalling. They're smoking up right now.
It's a bit over a minute and past the roast spawn, but yeah, here comes the smoke from Liquid you were talking about.
You're gonna put down a Sentry. Sentry is on point. They don't want to attack, but they know you're there, guys. Nothing to hide. Ping, ping.
You may as well just jump to this point.
Yeah, well, waiting to see if they can find any form of advantage.
Kaka has the gem. Liquid, the new one just yet spamming sentries dead for this next assassin. Newbie trying to hold their high ground. They need their life stealer to come back. Yeah, he's keeping now towards the tier 3. SC starts things off with a little bit of a chip damage here onto Matu with the help of Pel.
Chip damage won't do much against the Caudle though. He's just repeatedly spammed at the heel. Look for the Carapace.
Infest bomb in with the Carapace onto Matu. Fiend's Grip expended as well. That's the DK dead. Chase has to secure them. More kills. GH goes for the 4-stab TP. Do they have a stunt to catch him as he retreats? Yes, they do with a Yule Shot from Kaka. Very quickly swinging from 1 to 2 to 3. Newbie learning to count with Gary B.
Seems like they got a little bit out of position there with the Dragon Knights and didn't quite have anyone who wanted to go in to try and save him. He was facing the wrong way, so they can't even 4-step him. That's just going to push him into the enemy team. Of course, otherwise that would be a nice play. They have 3 4-steps. And after that, the supports are simply not mobile enough to get away from the Storm Spirit as he goes in. But
even with a double damage on Miracle.
Newbe definitely showing some big signs of life here, and showing that their lineup is still getting some clear combinations.
Going. Got Kaka in front of him, hands over the gem.
Radiant's
Cool.
middle
Went
tower
to jeweler store, picked up a gem.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Reward yourself.
Miracle, full bloodstone, and that's the BKB that you were mentioning and come around.
Bloodstone?
BKB.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah,
BKB.
Bloodthorn.
Bloodstone, Bloodthorn, blood.
There's a lot of blood
BKB,
everywhere.
There. But yeah, he's got Bloodthorn.
He's got the bet.
BKB is going to be here before 40 minutes for Miracle, so it's looking good still for this TA who has died only once this game.
Exactly. If you can get to this point where you're playing without a BKB and you're still able to not die, get this much farm, then this is the better progression. Just because you will have that 10-second charges, whereas everyone else is having their charges expended a bit. Well, technically, Matumba Man still has a 10-second because he didn't get to use it. He just got bursted.
Very true.
Surprised he didn't go for a blink build, but I suppose he was so underfarmed he didn't want to tie himself back even more with that. Definitely a strong item for this game.
Big old tank. Oh, he misses! Mind control, no, that's not how you start a fight.
An uncharacteristic mistake.
Matu hit by the exact end of the impale of Nix. Miracle jumping in now, an epicenter for MC. He does have a blink burrow, but the only hero he captures. GA quickly out from KP with a brain sap to follow. Fate's gonna get hit though by the ice blast.
Blast is on him.
And down he goes. That's the BKB from Matu. Looking for Kaka. There's the carapace and the stun, but Kaka dead. Mike burrow strike back in on to KP and Newbe. They're being picked apart one by one, little by little, as he jumps in. Now with the infected life to the jumping in. Matu will die, but Liquid they can extract.
Get run away this time.
Ghost Scepter, 4 staff ready. High ground not available to him, and the stuns are enough to kill off 2.
Oh, Kuro though, he's, you know, slippery sliding away. This little AA wants to live. He found some Invis rune, the best feeling when trying to get away as a support. No item.
But a Roshan steal from Newbe potentially coming out now.
And Roshan is really big for them. If they get this, Aegis and Cheese onto Storm, it will be massive. Buyback already being A ulti coming in.
Oh, Miracle. We wanted Mugi. Toggles his armor off. He's got the repel and the Lincolns on him, but Mind Control's out of mana and out of space to live here. It looks like with a gem drop, Kaka will pick it up. Buyback immediately. Lifestealer did die in the end, so
everyone wants to get here.
Sanky, Lifestealer, everyone's just going ding ding ding, spend our money.
Lifestealer made a little bit of a mistake there. He could have infested someone to prevent him from dying, but he thought it was going to be fine, I believe, or he tried to get into someone who ran away from him. Not sure which, but in the end did not get his ulti off, and he went down to the ulti. They see them. Great ward here for Dire. We've seen what wards can do.
Newbe on the front foot. Forward. There we go. Catch Mind Control. No, it's catching DK. Mind Control. Die back. Give me from Matumba Man. Will it do enough? Mugi chasing forward. And the Dragon Knight. He's going to run out of duration. He's no TP and he's getting gripped up by Fate. Newbe swinging in hard and strong as they sweep through Liquid. The diebacks are huge.
2 diebacks right like that, and those are very essential heroes for this lineup as well. They need these stuns to be able to bring anyone down. S-Triple-C going back to defend here as the courier gets sniped. That was the Shivas on the courier recipe only. He could buy a new one, honestly. The recipe is not expensive. It isn't.
Bottle. Nice. Full staff. Drifting away. Blinding away.
Still not safe, though. He has no other escape. Only the gold set. But they're gonna stop pursuing. DA is around. They're going back towards the Roche.
Finish this Roshan.
Yeah, don't want to get distracted. They still have 40 seconds to go on big stunts.
My hands are off the keyboard and mouse, Barga. I'm looking at Miracle because...
Yeah, he's the only one who can save this position for the Radiance.
Don't you know it? Don't you know it?
Oh, I don't know if he wants to go in there. Doesn't have any gold at all. No buyback available. If he dies, Kuro, that would be...
He's been found.
Yeah.
Surely dies here. Vortex.
He gets the grab. Not more Bloodstone charge. He's up to 18 again. Who took SEC Bloodstone charges? He takes them back. TA, no buyback. Do not die.
No. Oh, blink, 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 blink.
She does have it. She gets out. Does the 10 charges as well in refraction. He is gonna be fine for now. That is some scary moments though.
Baited.
Definitely baited, but unfortunately not going to stop too much.
Well, Roshan's still alive, and DK is respawned, Sanky's respawned.
Yeah, maybe they can contest. They're relocating to take the fight. They're gonna recall in the TA as well in a second. He has 5 seconds cooldown. He can call him soon on Coddle.
There is no Ice Blast. Taka has a Vendetta in a couple of seconds as well. The blinding light tries to buy time. In comes though. Look at that, Kaka, you are a freaking god! Mind Control gets absolutely screwed over by the Nyx. Now they move on to Matumba Man. DC. Oh, G8 tries to slide down to low ground, but will be taken out dead
quickly. They need to react to the bottom lane. There's push already onto the racks here. DA is pushing. He does not have buyback still if they were to somehow close the distance, but it's quite hard to catch. Blink and force that. And we have seen so many pre-stunts on Roshan dying, but teams just calling it good discipline. And this is finally one of those times where it actually paid off.
Yeah.
He did not have vision of anything that was happening. He just knows that Roshan's very low. The enemy are looking at us with Caudal Aghanims. And as it was about to die, he stunned and it worked out.
Perfect stuff. Well, hitting so many level 25s is getting insane now, but a quick rundown of what we got so far. Storm Spirit has got little ball lightning remnants going around everywhere, which is pretty nice.
I believe it still has the bug as well that I first learned from Weeha, I believe. Talking after TA here, but no one's close enough. So there's a bug about this talent that if you level it up while you're already ball lightning in, then it's gonna drop all the lightning remnants that you should have dropped in the distance. It's gonna drop towards the end.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure the bug still exists, but I've seen it used by Weeha. I thought it was amazing. Wow. It looks really strong. If you do a super long jump, you just end up having like
20 remnants.
Yeah, 15 or 20 remnants stacked on top of each other. So, you can one-shot some with it actually.
Dota 2.
Yeah, it's the game of intricate details and weird interactions.
I was wondering for a second, like, what on earth is SC buying with another point booster? But of course, the Aghanim Scepter.
Yep, the Aghanim Scepter is quite strong. He does have the increased duration on the Vortex as well. And honestly, an item that, you know, people kind of frown upon. But if you get that and a Meteor Hammer in your team, it's honestly a sick combo that you can pull off on your own.
5-man.
Yeah, you can kind of build your own black hole, you know? It's a do-it-yourself for IKEA black hole.
Well, what would they call it? IKEA has all the funny names.
Oh, probably Martin or something like that.
Bjorn.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. They always have those beautiful names.
Jävla
Nice, David.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That was the getting into some Finnish neck.
Learning foreign languages for Gary B. So split push is happening down here by Liquid. They're just trying to do whatever they can in terms of farm. TA needs travel snips, but you can delay the travel a little bit when you have a Caudal in your team. Still definitely want it though. Coming out here from Newbe again. Are they going to be successful in finding anyone?
Does that Ice Blast travel over them?
It did travel over them.
Catches on the neck.
Oh, GH. Has the blink, the 4-step, and he's so quick. They don't have the Storm. He's the number one here for catching stuff.
450 here, boys. Now they turn back, but Alca's caught by a nice Burrow Strike from Mind Control. Blinding Light pushes them away.
Storm coming in. He has Aghanim. He grabbed them.
Newbe wants to go forward. There's a repel land. The context catching both of the supports. SC has trapped them in, but a big epicenter. That Mind Control in battle doing damage with a big Burrow Strike as well. And Newbe going to work. A nice outflash with the dying breath of Kuroki, clearing through 3 of Newbe. SC is trapped with the Dragon Tail, the stuns from MC.
Oh, they're gonna
and
get
Miracle's damage. They've got the kill. Mugi goes for the TP with the rage, but the damage output is too good. The Aegis is gone. He's going to die a second time.
He kind of panicked, I think, with that. TPing out with very low HP next to them. Oh, he's just gonna die. That is Miracle.
Wipe. 6-man wipe with the Aegis.
6-man wipe, you can say. And they only lost the 2 supports. They're quite hard to kill. I feel like Storm going in and trying to grab the supporters there. He kills them so slowly, though, that there's no blink on the Nyx or any other way for Lifestealer to get in there.
And then the rest of his team trying to catch up.
Yeah, massive epicenter landed onto them with a stun. Everyone else just couldn't really follow up. I think Storm needs to try and get one of his core heroes instead. Because killing off only the support's not gonna be enough.
And that's gonna be Rack's bottom, tier 3 mid. SC has respawned. Keep them at bay, but Miracle with his Deso Bloodthorn just ripping apart these buildings. There's an AC on here, man.
It was a Storm Spirit in that Rax. Yeah, buyback being used, but it's not really going to achieve anything. They'll continue. He gets stunned on KP.
SC is going in, trying to catch Summer Man, but his BKB gives him that nice umbrella of safety. SC running low on mana here. It feels like he's kind of run out of steam as well as the Impale not landing, the big hit from Miracle buys so much space and time as Epicenter burrow into Kaka, finds the 2 support with no buybacks here from Newbe.
Looks like it should be
game over.
Yeah, don't think they will be able to do anything. SEC known for never giving up. He wants to keep trying. Oh, we're gonna see a nice 5-man back pull from I am Meteor Hammer. Come on, let's do it. Not that it's gonna do anything at all. He gets a big grab though.
Infest out, 1 dead, mind control gone, Matua Man about to
God.
well. This is a lot of damage coming out of Newbe. Team fight win for them if they can catch and chase for more. Kuroki will be another cultural kill here.
He will never give up. He'll try to win until the very end. That was a very nice 4-man grab with the Aghanims there. But in the end, they did lose their Mega Creeps. So Radiant with a very solid advantage right now. EA even moonsharding up, still has lots of money to spend. Going for the Doom Stick. Fire and Blood. Be able to pretty much anyone. If they can break Storm's Lincoln, definitely destroy him. Even without breaking the link, you can just use the Nullify to silence it.
Yeah, damn right. Newbe against Mega Creeps.
Well, we've seen that against Megas before.
Secret today against BP, but they had a little through it.
They did have a moment. They had a little bit, you know, they had a few more outs than we're seeing here on Newbe. Their lineup not really itemized towards dealing with Mega Creeps, not really crafted to deal with Mega Creeps. You have no Battle Fury, Lifesteal, or anything like that.
But no Maelstrom on your Bane.
Yeah, should have got with the times. Battle Fury, man. Yeah. You're a melee hero already enough.
Absolutely. Battle Fury going. Mugi tries to clear out creeps 1 by 1. Them and hitting them and hitting them.
It's a lot of work.
The most tedious job ever is clearing out these Mega Creeps.
Sure, for sure.
Liquid, Eon on Sand King, on Ancient Apparition. They've got some real great ways to turn around and disrupt the teamfight combos of Newbe here with their support.
Coddle had one queued up as well, but he's going for the Deep Blade instead. Mana leaking mid, just gonna bother Kaka a little bit. He Yules himself. It's gonna happen mid. Kind of backing out.
Kuro spotted.
Kuro is running in, but again, he has an Aeon Disc. You don't want to all in on him and then end up not being able to kill him even.
The gem coming in, mind control. Finally spotted. The Observer Ward. They found the Cyclone Costal. Good start.
Yeah, and that might be the end of that fight as well. I don't know if Liquid want to really fight 4v5. Feels like one of the few ways they could lose this game is by doing a dumb decision here. So, they stay in it.
For now.
For now. They're still never count them out.
Maelstrom Storm. We're doing it.
Of course.
Lightning boys.
They need some ways to clear the creeps. I believe more of their heroes need to start itemizing towards it as well. Love to see the Bane going with that.
Maelstrom out. Sure. Freaking go. So, Newbe. This is real dire straits for them. Liquid just waiting out for the Roshan to respawn. Get that next Aegis. As
yeah, he spotted him, and they have the storm is pointing in that direction, but jumping quite yet. Maybe they go mid even. Around.
Everyone's buying nullifiers now. We've got one on TA, one being built by Light Skill. Dragonite's trying to finish up one as well.
Yeah.
Storm does sit forward. They've caught Miracle Templar Assassin, but a good fire strike, mate. Just never mind. There's no saving. There's no saving. Great impale from Kaka manages to keep the fight going the way of Newbe as they chase Kuroki now. Trying to find a kill on the Ancient Apparition. A few more hits will do the job for SC. Lincoln's pop now. The epicenter wound up. Will force the suicide.
Takes his life.
Has to TP away. Good fire strike continuation gets the Bane, but could be the end of that.
Back from Miracle here. Wants to end it right now. Not that I'm a massive fan of the buyback since Storm is respawning quite quickly, but I guess they're gonna get the Aegis during time. And with the Aegis on TA, they don't worry about the buyback being down. There's also a refresh, so DK could take that and have his ulti again, and they immediately.
Red numbers everywhere.
A lovely item.
What do we have here? Cheese, Refresher, DK. Miracle, of course, that buyback just now. Bane does have a buyback to come back into this, and I think we'll bring up that tab for now. See what's going on, because KP is still on cooldown for a little bit. 270 gold off it, but they're losing to Pause as these mega creeps are just clearing through the dire base. Newbe is still struggling to deal with the natural creepers coming in, but a Vortex onto 2. Here is C gets burst up with Moogie as well. Nice GA from KP, but the flash should secure this game from Kuroki as the refresher allows another dragon to arrive onto the scene. No buyback from Moogie. Buyback from MC will come back with a tapping and a 6-bar strike in.
Everyone just melting.
But it's Newbe dead and deader. As the Vortex will be the last thing they do.
Gets the black hole. Well, the nullifier really coming in clutch towards the end there. Even purchased off the G. Go through the safety provided by Kane. However,
Game perangkatnya opo. Udah terkenal.